Hey everybody, a quick little video for you here. And this is a video. I didn't actually record any of the mold making, the ceramic mold for this casting, but I just wanted to test out brass today. This is my first time casting brass, and I wanted to see how it did and how it took the details. And so I'm starting to cutting down this brass flower vase. I actually thought it was a different metal when I bought it, but I got it home and found out it was brass. So kind of cool. I love taking and reclaiming metal stuff and just breaking it down and melting it and making something cool out of it. So that's one of my favorite things to do. So anyway, yeah, we're starting with that, and you can see off to the side there, they're kitchen drawer pulls, and they are brass. So a lot of times they are a zinc based material on those drawer pulls, and they just, these happen to be brass. So go ahead and melt these down now. And this is my homemade foundry. It's had quite a few firings at this point, and it's holding up fairly well. So the foundry's been burning about 30 minutes now, and is getting ready to pull and to pour. So I'm actually still learning this this new burner I have. It heats the metal up so fast that it's hard not to burn on the edges of the crucible. So I've been playing with it for a while, trying to figure out its parameters and learning how to use it. So, but yeah, I'm really liking it. And this burner's from NoBox7. He's on YouTube, so look him up and check out his different burners and find one that's suitable for you. So here I'm just loading up, prepping my ceramic mold to be poured. And this is 3 of the spearheads, I believe, that I've shown making the mold on in past videos. So we're just casting them out of brass today. So if you want to see the process of making the mold, that's in one of my other videos, and it'll be in many of the future videos as well. So check those out and subscribe so you can see how I make those. I've got some new videos coming too that are really cool. So just pulling off the dross there. That looks really cool. It is really hot, but and I took it above the temperature it actually needed to be, and it's burning off some of the zinc there, so that's got to be good for me. Anyway, it's ready to pour. And you'll notice here in a second that it's boiling off some of the water. I didn't in my burnout process, I didn't get all of the water driven out of the mold, and that's what we're seeing here. Is the metal reacting with that water vapor within inside the mold. And the mold, when I pulled it, was at 1,000 degrees, so I would have thought that it would have had all of the moisture removed, but that was not the case. So, but we lucked out on this one. It turned out pretty good. So, also that looks really awesome. So after it's cooled down for 20-30 minutes, I'm putting it in dipping it in water. Excuse me. And this will help separate the shell from the metal. And it's cool enough that it cooled off quickly, so we can demold. I like dipping in the water because it takes a lot of the dust away. It also helps break away that shell, and it has somewhere to go. Keeps it clean. So anyway, I'm just checking it out as I'm opening it up, and the shell comes off quite easily, revealing our brass cast spearheads. They turned out just awesome, so I was super stoked at this point, thinking I had ruined them when it was boiling during the pour. And this part I'm kind of surprised and kind of happy, so it worked out. Sometimes that happens where you make a mistake and it just ends up being okay anyway. So yeah, 3 of these. So I clean up one of these for you guys here on the video, set the other 2 aside. Actually, they're going to be my dad's, so Set those aside for him. So to cut our spruing off, I'm just using a cutting wheel that is attached to my grinder. These are for steel typically, but they work great for this as well. So, and I know I don't have my guard on, but I don't really like guards on grinders, for me personally. And yes, I have cut myself before because of it. So it's just one of those risks you take, and I'm not suggesting you should do it. In fact, I'm suggesting otherwise, but it's what I do. So anyway, cleaning up the edges where we have some seams going on with the Dremel, and this is a carbide bit, and I found it really interesting how hard brass is compared to the zinc alloy, what I call spelter, and then also the tin bronze was really easy to carve away, but this brass is extremely hard. So anyway, I found that interesting. It makes sense if you think about it, but so anyway, cleaning up further with this is a little flap disc you can buy for the Dremels. And I'm trying to do a cleanup on this one without sandblasting, just so I can show you guys that it can be done. So we're going to go ahead and patina now using this oil rub bronze by Sculpt Nouveau. And it is a hot applied patina, or heat applied patina. I'm not sure how they say that. Anyway, we heat up our metal until it's a few hundred degrees, and then just apply it with a brush on the metal. And this oil rub bronze is one of my favorite to apply to the brasses and the bronze metals. So it works really well. You just keep heating and applying until you get it to the color you want. Works really, really well. So I also have liver of sulfur there off to the side, and I did try that, but it gave me pretty much the same color, so I wasn't too concerned about using it over this acid-based patina. So yeah, just loving the way this turned out. Sorry about the focus there, guys. The camera is trying to focus on that flame, I think, and causing a little blurriness. So this is just a wire wheel that I have on my Dremel now, and just going over and highlighting some of the areas just to give it a little bit of shine back. And then once we get that done, then we'll give it some polish. So this is also from Sculpt Nouveau. This is a black wax, application wax, and I wanted to try it. I've owned it for a while now, but this is one of the first times I've tried it, and I like it. I don't know how well it'll protect the surface, but it gives a little more depth into the piece, and I think it looks really cool. Went ahead and hit the other side and got it all waxed up as well. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do with this one. I think it turned out fantastic. So there it is. Finished spearhead, brass cast. Took on some amazing texture and details. I'm really happy with it. So if you like what you're seeing on these recent videos on the metal casting, subscribe and keep an eye out for future videos. I should be putting out one a week or so here, and till then, we'll see you in the next video.